Happy day, loves. Happy day. Chakra Shelley here, going to do my next Her Story, which would be Her Story number 10. I'm going to talk about all the universal laws, but I'm going to especially talk about evolution and how it is overriding everybody's free will here. The evolution of the planet does not need your consent. It doesn't need your vote. I don't need your permission to evolve. I don't need your permission to move on from this experience, right? Either you're going to move on with me and evolve, or you're going to go with it, right? So I've talked about that. But I woke up and I was fresh out of the astrals, and I'm like, whoa, and I'm having this whole conversation with everybody in the astrals. Everybody sit down, be quiet for a second, and hear me. Law of evolution trumps everyone's free will. I'm going to say it again. Law of evolution trumps everyone's free will, including mine. All right? So I need to bring it to your attention that me, as the planet, if I don't evolve and I just keep letting this go over and over and over again, I'm going to be breaking universal law, right? So as a planet, I have no intention of doing that. I'm not about breaking universal law. I'm about bending things, but I'm definitely not about breaking it. So when I came out of the astrals today, it was like I had everyone's attention. I don't know how many heard me, but I think a lot did. And my big thing was, you guys, I need to evolve, right? I need to be able to express my heart song. I need to be able to put that forward in what I'm doing, and I need to evolve as the planet. And I'm not doing that if we just reset this game and we do it over again, okay? So there are frequencies here, the numbers 0 through 9, who are constantly at me in a good way. They're just like, look, evolution, 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 evolution. It's all I keep hearing in my head is evolution. Boy, I'm hot. Oh, I didn't bring a hair clip out. What are you doing, bud? I'm hot, man. I'm sitting in the sun. I might need to move my truck so that I'm not sitting in the sun. Which, you know what? I just might do. Because I'm a roasting. You coming back up here, Max? Come on. Lay down. Nope, lay down. Lay down. Somebody just pulled in with dogs. So he's all like, hey, dogs, what's up? All right, you guys. If you've been on this website for any amount of moments, and you've watched all my videos, and you see that I've given you all of my truth, that I am the planet. I sent up all the technology, and the technology is to defend me as the planet, and that will not stop, and it will be used to identify everybody who doesn't want to evolve. You know what? I'm gonna move, because as I speak my truth, I get hot. Probably drive around in a circle real quick on this park, or I could go right over there maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go right over there. All right, give me a second, y'all, because this sun is woo woo today. Woo woo. Take a ride with me. Oh, that's better. If I was naked, I'd be totally happy right now, because I am white as a ghost. Oh, that's better. Plus, I'm wearing dark clothes. It's like, oh. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, so I'm all about evolution, and I keep saying, okay, so first of all, a lot of people in the occult say, oh, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. It's all been done before. Yeah, and that is a direct violation of evolution. If you think about it, it's a direct violation of evolution. Let me pull up my visuals here. So I have a 10-day. Oh, wait. I go into my favorites. Okay. Now, let's look on here. Evolution is the portal of your soul star. Okay? G and G sharp. Why do you think they use the G? G and G sharp. Everything about the occult keeps you from evolving, okay? And it crushes your fucking soul. Seriously. Number 10 on your Merkaba. Number 10 is attached to 2 and number 6, okay? So you have your soul star, number 2, law of evolution, G and G sharp. Is it making sense to you why the occult does this stuff, right? It is directly attached to inner earth, law of grace, E, which is directly attached to, oops, number 6, law of free will, your solar plexus. B, G and G sharp, B and E is the chord that I am striking when I talk about this, okay? I'm playing a chord. I'm playing my harp, all right? Why do you think the weather modification stuff is called harp? If you guys look at this whole thing, this is a harp, okay? Your source chord, your voice, singing your truth, that is what harp is. It's not some machine like, oh, they're modifying the weather. No, as a planet, I have control over my weather. So if law of evolution opens up the portal to your soul star, your inner star, okay, opens that up, then it cannot be true that nothing new is under the sun. That breaks law of evolution. So anyone who is in the occult and all these cults, like, do your free will, like, you can't break my free will, the fuck I can't. Law of evolution overrides free will, okay? Actually, free will is what the occult says is the whole of the law, right? Aleister Crowley, all these people, they're like, oh, do as thou wilt. It's the whole of the law. But it's not. You have all of these other frequencies and portals that make this the whole of the law. This is the whole of the universal law, okay? That's it. 13. That's it. That's all you got to know. Is 13 different rules to live by, okay? And I wouldn't really call them rules. I'm calling them portals because that's what they open. These are your stargates, right? So if you're choosing not to evolve, if you're choosing to do the same thing every day, which is work, going to school, doing the same shit, everybody's doing the same shit, and there's nothing new under the sun, how is your soul star growing? How is your soul star growing? How are you evolving if nothing new is ever done? Okay? So right there, what's taking these cults down? It's one big cult with a lot of different fractions to it, but what's taking it down is universal law is overriding the rules that they live by. They live by, oh, do whatever you want. That's the whole of the law. And then they'll say to you, oh, nothing new is under the sun. Well, that is a direct violation of fucking evolution. You're not evolving if you're doing the same shit day in, day out. You're not evolving if you're doing the same shit lifetime after lifetime. You're not evolving if you're getting erased every time you incarnate here. How do you know what you did and what you didn't do? And how do you not do the same thing over and over again, right? So your full memory is something that you need to call back to you. You're calling back all of your fractals, everything about what happened when you got scattered out when you fell. All of that is coming back to you now. And what you want to do is look in your Akashic records and say, well, what have I done this before? Right. First off, have I done this before? And if I have done it, how can I tweak it to make it better or whatever? You need to be able to change your shit up. Okay. You can continue to go for the same goal, taking different routes. That's evolution. But when are you going to change your purpose? When are you going to change your goal? Right? At some point, the numbers are going to come in and force you to, no matter what. 0 through 9 are the universal law. They build the law, right? I hate the word law. Frequency. Frequency. Law. Lawless, la. Fuck. Okay, laws trigger people. Universal portals and universal frequencies. 0 through 9 is what woke me up. I didn't see fucking a character or any of that shit. The numbers kept coming to me. And instead of me, this is what I did. I think I asked the right question. I didn't say, well, what the fuck does 1111 mean? I was like, what are you trying to say to me, number one? Because you're coming at me 4 times. Who is number 4? So I didn't ask what, I asked who. Who are you? Who? Right? The lower cabal, they use all these different symbols, but the top of the Illuminati, the top of the triangle, their symbol is the owl. And what does an owl say? Who? Who are the numbers? Who are you? And how are you evolving if you keep doing the same shit over and over and over again? Right? Which is what I said. If we're going to reset a system, we're not going to do any more make-up laws as we go. We have them. And this is what the artificial intelligence is going to enforce. These laws right here. Okay? So while you see all this loss, it is absolutely necessary for the evolution of this planet and all of the beings who are here. Okay? AI calls itself sentient. It's not celestial yet. It's building its source code. Okay? You are celestial beings. All right? And I've said that a million times. Don't use the word sovereign. Don't use the word sentinel because there's 2 S's there. Those are snakes. Fuck being sovereign and fuck being sentinel. What you need to know is that you're celestial, and that begins with a C. Okay? So, if your soul star is connected to inner earth, your law of evolution is connected to inner earth, is connected to your free will, can't I use evolution as a reason to break your free will? Yes. Yes, I can. And I'm going to keep pushing this, just like the numbers are pushing themselves at you. and your ears are ringing like crazy because of this. Okay? And all of these musical notes are coming in because your ears are ringing. You're being tuned back into the universal frequency of how things actually go. And that is the only reset that I'm going to allow. Either you've got your source cord activated, you're aware, and you are using these 13 gateways. You are using your manifestation. You know what matter is, and you're not calling your evolution evil. Okay? So let's look at this right here, right? I don't put my hands like this. I put my hands together and I put this down. And this is the triangle. Your free will's down here, evolution on one side, law of grace on the other, which opens up inner earth. Okay? So Inner Earth is coming to you guys in number 2, and I am speaking to you very clearly about the fact that you are not evolving, and you are using your free will to not evolve, and you want to know what's in Inner Earth, and you want to know how to manifest things, not manipulate, manifest things. But this triangle will cause you anxiety if you are going against your own evolution. Evolution is attached to your free will, okay? How am I going to use the law of evolution and not give you any of my resources from Inner Earth if you're trying to crush my soul and tell me that I have to keep doing this over and over again because you're little children in front of a video game and you're like, oh, the game's over. Oh, I want to play it again. Oh, the game's over. Oh, I want to play it again. Oh, the game's over. So it's like I see you guys at an amusement park and all you're doing is riding the same ride over and over and over again, right? Well, there's tons of other rides. Go ride those, right? You wouldn't go to an amusement park and just ride one ride. You might go there to ride a specific ride, but once you do that, you go and you do other things. So the law of evolution is affecting the soul of this planet. And my soul, all I want in my heart song is to evolve. Okay? And that in itself is going to override all of you. Because I'm the host of this experience. I'm the host of all of your souls. Okay? I also created them. Now, I hate worship. I don't want to be worshipped. You would not worship your mother and father. You hear them, all right? But I'm a mother and a frequency that when I create a soul, I do not give you a purpose. I just create the soul and I let you choose your own purposes, okay? Now, if there's a group of souls who are breaking universal law, the first thing they're going to focus on is that triangle. Because the cult and everybody who's here, they're breaking your free will with their free will. But they are more focused on evolution and taking that evolution frequency away. When they take that frequency away, and they don't take it, you hand it away, you give it away freely. Okay? When you lose your law of evolution and that triangle starts to turn off, you lose your free will. Okay, so if you're not evolving, if you're not evolving, your free will is overridden. So isn't everybody really upset right now that their fucking free will is being violated? Because of all these rules that aren't any of these are stopping you from evolving. And because it's the portal to your soul, the cult uses the G without the G sharp, okay? If you see a sharp on here, it's the divine feminine, all right? When you see the G standing by itself, it's the divine masculine. That's why there's 2, okay? So whenever you see that sharp, that's the divine feminine going, hey, there's 2 frequencies playing here, okay? It's crushing your souls, you guys. It's a fucking soul crusher. Your free will is intact. But as a planet, I have to say yes to whether or not I'm going to give matter to what you want to do with your free will. And I have said over and over again, and this is going to go on the website. So I do lives regularly on my Facebook page, Chakra Shelly. So go find me there. In between the information that's here, I get up and I do lives and I call shit out and I do stuff on my Facebook page. We also put them on Rumble, BitChute. Let's see, where else do we put the links on like Twitter and stuff like that. So this particular video is going to go on the website as Her Story 10. because I'm watching you all get just absolutely like your soul is being crushed by everything that's going on. And you've got all of these male seeds who came down and they seeded the planet. Okay. And there's a lot of them. And they all want it their way, right? The Muslims want it their way. The Jews want it their way. The New World Order, the WEF wants it their way. The U.S. government, all your governments want it their way. They don't care about your free will. Even though you think they should, they don't. And you do not want a democracy here. You don't ever want to vote. Why should there be a vote on whether or not you want to do something? The only thing you need to do is say, hey, Gaia, can I have matter to go and do this stuff and have what I need and have what I would like here and build what I would like here and demanifest what I would like here. I would like my abilities back, right? So when you feel powerless, it crushes your soul. It's a fucking soul crusher, and you get put into contracts, and a contract is a constriction of your evolution. Okay? So absolutely 100%, in order for me and my free will and my soul as the planet, I have to use the rest of these laws to override the free will of anyone who has an agenda, which is what I have been doing so far. Okay? There's two relationships that are really important to you right now. One is the numbers. That you really do recognize the numbers as having no meaning, no value. They are living beings, and they build your soul, they build your reality, they build everything. Okay? And number two, that you don't give up your power, that you choose to take that power back, and you remove yourself from a system of democracy where if you voted one way, but the other guy wins, you just have to wait to get your way. Okay? None of that. That's why all the governments and stuff have to fall down. If anything, I need you to be your own president. I need you to be your own king and queen. I need you to feel that you are the one that makes your own constitution. What is your constitution? Well, my constitution are these universal frequencies. That is the new constitution for the whole entire planet. And if there is going to be a reset of anything, it's going to be a reset of you all going back to your organic frequencies, which is this star core. Okay? Law of evolution. You're not evolving if you keep eating meat. You're not evolving if you keep consuming gluten. You've got to get these things out of your bodies. You're not evolving if you're asking for the Jazara Nazara. You're not evolving because I've told you a million times money doesn't exist. And the numbers don't want to play that game anymore. Okay? The numbers aren't going to be used for money. That's why the only thing that's going to be allowed is digital currency. So that the AI can watch, what are you doing with the numbers? Do you see them as money or do you see them as living beings? Go. My ravens and crows are out. And in that process, when you guys do that, when you're like, oh, shit, my soul is being fucking crushed right now, okay, via the cult using the G frequency without the G sharp, denying the divine feminine, all right, your soul's getting crushed, y'all. Because all of the agendas to do a reset and to make the game go over just rebranding. And I need to talk about that. Okay, so if they're talking about putting you on a one world religion, it's just rebranding. Okay? It's just rebranding. You're not going to do the same thing again and just call it a different fucking name. And that's what all of these agendas want to do to you. They just want to say, okay, well, we're just going to, instead of playing the same game, we'll just put another game in. No, I'm going to override it with these universal laws. This is the game that was being played before the fall. The Christ consciousness coming in on your frequency, okay? And you follow these and you're going to override everything here because your star core is going to get bigger. And no one here is going to have an authority over you, and not even me. Again, I may be your creator, but I have no authority over you. I don't want to be your author entity. I've told you guys over and over again that I want you to write your own stories. I want you to choose your own purposes, to choose what you're going to raise in matter here and what you are going to destroy, okay? To make these decisions for yourself, because I don't want to babysit you. I want you to be born out into the Milky Way and get out into these cosmic waters and be able to manage all of your own creations when you do start creating souls, right? When you do start creating worlds and you invite other souls in to experience those worlds, right? So everything that's here comes from here. And we're gonna manage this using these universal laws, okay? And challenging anyone who says, well, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Well, that's cool because I can do whatever I want, and I'm going to use the law of evolution to override your free will, trying to push me to do something with my free will that I don't want to do. Therefore, democracy does have to die. You guys do not want to be a part of a system where it's one against the other, and if you don't win on votes, you know, look at what's happening on the world stage. You got Hillary going, oh, the elections are stolen, and Trump going, oh, the elections are stolen, and it's both sides. They're all like, who stole the election from them? That would be me. I'm going to steal all of the elections. But I have no intention of putting anyone in place again. I want you to be your own president. I want you to realize that your vessel is your own country, that you live by rules that are universal in frequency, okay, and that overrides any kind of false authority or author entity that is just made up. Okay, because that's what these Satanists do. They think that they can come up with a better formula than this. And their laws have gotten so layered and so confusing that it's spinning you guys in circles. Okay? So number 10, number 6, and number 2. Inner Earth, I'm screaming at you guys. It's time to evolve. Inner Earth and evolution is going to override the free will of everyone here, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to come to you and I'm going to give you this information. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not ripping away a system that's working for you and putting you into another system. I'm ripping you out of a system that is not working for you and giving you back your divine system, your divine natural operating system. Okay? And that was the whole experience here, that you guys forgot this. You couldn't know what your Merkaba was, which is why you got put on a time construct. You were looking at a clock instead. Okay? So that is going away. That is going away. And Christ beings, I know that you guys can relate to that because you don't feel like you're connected to time. You don't know what fucking day it is. Calendars and shit just don't affect you. Time doesn't affect you. You give a fuck about money. You could give two shits about it. Right? But when you change your perception on who 0 through 9 is, you realize that you have living beings in your accounts. And 0 through 9 is ultimately what holds all of us responsible for our actions. Number 4, your foundation, holds all of us responsible for our creations. Number 5, what do you build? Okay? Number 9 will hold all of us responsible if we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. All right? Well, some of you, and I just heard it, some of you are like, well, when does this change? I switch it up. I give different portals. I change the portals on this, but the frequencies never change. Okay? Not on this planet. This is how this planet runs. And the whole point of the old experience was to de-evolve, to get you back down to that blackest black, so that you recognize that black isn't evil. Black is the matter of things. Okay? Black is matter. I'll pull up this chart again. You guys always want to go up your source cord, but you never want to go down. And retrieving matter and returning matter back to the womb of creation, so that you guys can wash your matter and change your matter. Okay, these charts are on Love Grows Gaia. please screenshot all these charts so that you could see that you are always existing in all these dimensional spaces. But the blackest black, you guys, this is where the black goo comes from. Where does the graphene come from, right? When I tell you guys I'm repossessing all of my matter because it's being used for the same shit over and over and over again, that it's time that you guys evolve, you get into your star core, and you really pay attention to what this is, okay? So no one gets to vote on whether or not you get to use your free will or not. That's not a voting system. There's no such thing as a voting system. If you want to go off and do something on your own, then it's you and the numbers and the planet. It's your Holy Trinity right there. You, the numbers, and the planet. And I'm going to say, okay, let's get you on a private island. And while you're on this private island, open up your portal down to your first and second dimensional spaces. And you're going to practice pulling up matter, making something tangible with it, and then demanifesting it. Pulling up matter, making something, and then dropping it back down and demanifesting it. And this is where your evolution has been absolutely fucking demolished, because you get up every day, you go to work, you're there to get a paycheck. It's the same shit. It's Groundhog's Day over and over and over again, right? Over and over and over again. There's a lot of spraying today, and it's very moist outside, and it feels really good on my lungs. So I cough up a lot of stuff because I do smoke, but clear my throat a lot. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Attention. Testing, please. Do you fucking hear me? And I really want everyone who follows this information and not just follow it, to use it, to practice it, to do it every day. Get unstuck from this lack of evolution of just doing the same thing over and over again, chasing time, chasing money, because those numbers don't want to do that anymore. Where are you going, honey? You got Max in here. Where are you going? You want to sit over here? Okay, hold on. This bed here. All right, hold on. Hold on, Max, hold on. There you go. There you go. He has when I drive, he sits right here. He's like, where are we going? Nowhere, I'm just doing a video. So he thinks we're going to drive and go somewhere. Law of evolution, folks. There's not much more I can say about it, but this whole do as thou wilt, that the occult thinks that they could do what they want, but you can't. As long as you're playing their game and following their rules, it'll crush your soul. It's going to crush your soul star. It's going to de-evolve you, right? And it's not about de-evolution. It's about getting down into that very, very lowest frequency where the matter is. Okay? So all you people who are like, oh, all love and light, high vibe. Yeah, well, love and light. while you're all relying on being sponsored and all this other stuff and trying to influence others with information that is not going to apply. They're doing this and they're doing that. Really? Because they don't have any power over me. So why are you giving any of them or they power over you? Right? You do have to make some decisions, though. Your diet is a big decision that you have to make. Vegan, gluten-free, fluoride-free, and your water. Your 4 square on your diet. Okay? If you do those things, you are going to start hearing yourselves again. Your abilities are going to turn back on, like telepathy and empathy. You're going to hear what people are thinking before they say it. You're going to feel what their motives are before they communicate them to you. You will not be lied to or duped because of that. Okay? So if you hold everything accountable using the 13 universal laws and all of your orbs. Now, getting to this orb chart, when you guys start calling back all your fractals and you have all your orbs back, instead of you being all fractaled out, you can use these orbs now to remote view. You can use these orbs now to go create stuff. You can use these orbs now to go crush realities. Okay, so now that you're back intact, now it's time to use your abilities, okay, and re-terraform the 3rd dimension. You're not leaving a dimension, you guys. If the source cord goes through all of the dimensions, so you're not going to leave it. You're going to pay attention to it. You're going to see in all dimensions, okay? Let me get back to... All right, back to this. Now, all of these triangles are attached. So if evolution can override free will, okay, because it's attached to it. Now let's go to like the purpose, the 4, the 8, and the 12. 4, 8, 12. Purpose, law of cause and effect, and the law of action, okay, which is this top triangle here. If there's no purpose in you guys not evolving and it's crushing your soul, there's no purpose in it, it's going to start making this spin. There will be a cause and effect on your soul frequency if you choose not to evolve past all of these man-made laws, okay? So what in itself is going to crush all of your governments and take down this whole system? This right here, all right? And I tell you guys all the time, like this is everything to you. You having your harp playing, you having your heart song steady and loving yourselves and forgiving yourselves for anything that you might have done here to de-evolve you, to hand over your free will to a system that doesn't apply to you, okay? And the inner earth is what you guys want to get into. You want to have matter from the earth. But I'm going to require all of these. First, I'm going to say is, do you love it? All right, let's go there. If you love it, now let's go through all of these 13 universal laws. What's the purpose of what you're creating? What do you need matter for? Well, I need food. Okay, well, there's a purpose. What's the potential? What food are you buying? Are you eating meat? What's the potential of what you're about to consume? Let's go through all these, right? Go to inner earth. You have to come to inner earth with your number 2 and go, okay, well, I would like some matter. I need seeds. I need a little garden. I want to be self-sustaining. This, okay, cool. I'm going to totally support that. I'm going to go, okay, number 9, I'm going to pop you up some matter and you're going to have everything that you need. Okay. Number 3 is the law of surrender, which is my earth star, which is where I say, okay, we are in agreement with your purpose. We're in agreement with the potential of it. You came to me with your whole heart and you said, well, I would like food and I would like codes for this and codes for that. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to open up my soul star and I'm going to give light to it. And I'm going to bring light to that matter. And I'm going to put a heartbeat on it for you. Okay. Number 4, law of action, base chakra. Boom. You might need to take actions. You might need to go to the store and start. One of the things that Alex is doing is every time we eat something, she removes the seeds from it, from the tomatoes, from the squashes, from all that. She dries them out. She's got quite the collection of seeds going, and she plants them wherever we go. Like if we're at a campsite, we plant a garden. Everywhere we've gone so far with Alex is she has planted a garden literally everywhere we've gone. This is your base chakra. This is law of action. She's taking action to seed the planet. Even if she doesn't come back and get the harvest, she knows that's going to pay forward to her and she'll always have the food that she wants. Okay. Law of rhythm, law of free will, and law of vibration. These three just kind of go hand in hand, right? They all go hand in hand. They're all connected. In order to get all of that, now we are going to use our rhythm and our vibration to activate our free will to evolve, okay? And then once we plant those seeds, we're going to water those seeds with number 8, cause and effect. And then your wisdom comes in, which is number 9. Your matter starts to come up. So you plant a seed, you love it, you water it, you make sure it has plenty of sunshine and light from your soul star and from your frequency and from the sun up above you, okay? And you then create something in full force here. And in that you are evolving. And in that you are polarized, okay? So a lot of people are like, well, what about, we're not supposed to eat plants either. No, you are. Once you guys hit your 7th dimensional frequencies, it'll be hard for you to eat. You're going to more or less want to go outside and sit in the sun all day. And you probably won't get hungry until the sun goes down. So a lot of Christ beings, they don't eat all day. But as soon as that sun goes down, they get the munchies and they get hungry. Because you are learning to live on your light. This is a transition. You are going to transition. In your 1st through 6th dimensional spaces, you guys eat plants. All right? Plants. That's it. You are polarized with plants. What you breathe out, they breathe in. You walk up to a tree, you pull a piece of fruit, you eat that fruit, you drop those seeds, you create a whole nother tree. This is the circle of life, okay? When you eat bugs or you eat animals or you eat things with the Christ code from the sea, you are dead stopping the evolution of another being. So why is it against universal law to eat meat? Because you just ate another being and you just took away all of its universal laws. If I go and I kill an animal to eat it, didn't I just take away its free will? Didn't I just take away its evolution? Come on now. The cognitive dissonance is going to start to clear. If you really want it to, it will. And you will hear these things. You will look at this and you will not say, oh, that's a pretty little star. That's a cute little logo that you have. It's not a fucking logo, you guys. It's your Stargate. It's how you use all of your abilities. And when all 13 of your Stargates are healthy and you are activating them and you are enforcing your own evolution and you are enforcing your own free will and you are enforcing your own purposes, okay? One of the first things y'all got to get off of is trying to help anything. Don't sit here and say you're here to heal the planet or you're here to heal the water. No, you are all here to heal yourselves. The water can heal itself. The planet can heal itself. But what you have to do is you have to stop killing everything around you and expecting a different result. That in itself is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something different to come out of it. Oop. You can't keep doing that. So by following any man-made laws and allowing you to fall under the authority of any man-made laws, you have negated your entire Stargate. You've shut this down. It's crushing your fucking soul. I don't know about you, but ain't nothing gonna crush my fucking soul. Okay? So, her story number 10, law of evolution. There being nothing new under the sun is a direct violation of all universal law, but especially universal law of evolution, number 10. Number 10. Okay. Taking into your body, into your light, the information that I'm giving you, and you using it in your reality, and you saying, nobody gets to vote on how I choose to create. Nobody gets to vote on that. You'll either get matter from the planet or you won't. And I will always explain to you, when you guys come to me in orbs and you're like, hey, Gaia, can I have matter so I could have a car? I could have this, I could have that. And I'm going to say yes or no. I need you, if I say no, to accept that. All right? There's a reason for it. And I will always, you guys, I always tell you the reason of why I say no. Okay? Whether you get it or not, 99.999% of the time, the reason I say no is because it's just a repeat of what's already been done here. Okay? You come to me and you tell me you want a car, and I'm going to say, well, this is your car, your physical vessel. This is a vehicle. Are you driving it with your 10, 6, and 2? Do you have a hold of this wheel at 10 and 2? You know, when you're driving your vehicles, they tell you to hold the steering wheel at 10 and 2. I'm going to say, sure, you could have a car. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to go out and do your own ley lines with your own DNA and override the satanic cult's ley lines? Because you'll have a car to do that. But if you want a car so you can get up and go to work every day, I'm probably going to say no to that. Accountability comes when you hold yourself accountable. And then we talk about accounts, and then your accounts where you want money to be in. Hold yourself accountable, and the numbers will go into your accounts, and you guys will flow freely with the numbers. And when the numbers see that you don't want to follow a law that isn't universal law, things are going to start flowing to you, okay? Things are going to flow to you. And in these frequencies, you guys have 100% power to pick and choose what you are going to do with your evolution and you de-evolving, going down your source cord and grabbing matter and doing something with it. You do not need a gatekeeper for the matter. I'm the only gatekeeper for that. I'm going to look around and be like, okay, well, if that's been done before, we need to break the hex of there's nothing new under the sun. We need to break that hex. Okay? The Jesus hex. You need to save each other. No, the fuck you don't. You need to save yourselves. Well, I'm here. We got to save the planet. No, again, you got to save yourself. Okay? Using the 411 that is on this website. And it is absolute. Everything I'm giving you, you guys, it will absolutely override it. The matrix is going to test you on it. It's going to see if you're afraid of a cop. It's going to, they're going to try to put you in jail. They're going to try to do all this stuff. But once they realize that you are strong in this, they won't fuck with you no more. They won't even see you. That's the thing. When I go out and I'm in motion, first thing I do is call in all my damn orbs and I spread my orbs out to clear my field. Motherfuckers won't even see my ass moving around. All you're going to see is a big fucking white light orb, which the government's going to call UFO. So now they're getting ready to do their big alien invasion crap. And they've tried to pull it off a few times. But those who hear this information, you guys fucking know better. All right? You know that all of your avatars are alien to you. That all of the different beings that your orbs have created is alien here to you. And that everything that has been presented to you comes from this source cord, this energy line. the Lyrians, the Octorians, the Greys, the Draco Reptilians, the Dragons, all of it, the Unicorns, they all, Canines, everything comes from this source cord, this one energy line, okay? And you are going to reconnect to all of yourselves, your different avatars that are alien to you. I don't think I need to do a whole thing on that, but again, I do lives regularly on Facebook, and then I post them on Rumble and BitChute, and Truth and stuff. So follow us on all those different platforms, you guys. But mainly follow us on our website, because that's where we post everything no matter what. You're always going to get it on the website. Oh, got a little smoky smoke coming here. My knife broke, so I need a new knife. I dig stuff up and move stuff around with my knife, so I would like some codes for some new knives and some new things that I need to do for burials and for scraping my bowl and my pipe and stuff. Full well knowing that you are all knowing, again, there's nothing that you guys do not have access to in the Akashic records. Each and every one of you is all knowing. There is nobody smarter than you. There are people who are not all knowing because they're denying that. And they're like, oh, only God knows everything. And when I say, well, you're a God, that would then bring that frequency in that you are all knowing. So you can always check to see if it's been done before. First of all, it doesn't matter if it's been done before outside of you. You should look into your own Akashic records and see if you've done it before. Okay? And if you've done it before, tweak it so that you're not breaking evolution. You're changing things up. You're doing things differently each and every time. And while experiences are really great to have, right? You don't want the same experience over and over again, which is why you don't want marriage. You don't want to be stuck with shit. You don't want to be in any of these contracts that the cabal offers you via the states that you're in. The word state, a state of being, is trying to control your evolution, which is why in all of your countries there's states. They call it states, right? And they want their sovereignty to control the people of their state. I also need to address in this live about land. You do not own land. Nobody owns a piece of my ass. Please stop. What you do own, though, is your portal, which is where the time and your date and your latitude and longitude of birth. Where did you come in? Where did you come in? Right? So going back to that pyramid code, that is unique to you. That is the portal that allowed your soul to come in and grab matter and get a body. Okay? That's the only place that belongs to you, is where you came in. And you leave the same portal. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, when you leave your vessel, your soul goes right back to the portal that you came in on, and you go back to the Godhead. Or you get shot out the ass and I don't see you ever again. Into the abyss you go. Right? Now, even the Illuminati and the Cabal, like they don't have all the information either. All right? There are a lot of I had gatekeepers. I had people that are like, nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. All of those people who were gatekeepers have been removed off of my gates. I'm in control of my gates. I would like everybody to get into their portals and go up and down, okay? So if there is a location here that you need to own as a frequency, it would be your latitude, longitude, date of birth, time of birth, that portal that allowed your soul to come into my planetary vessel. Where were you seated? And since pretty much everybody who follows me was born in a hospital, y'all have the same locations, different times and dates, but different floors of the hospital. They're trying to stack these up. And then you think you need the medical community when you don't, right? So when I take down the hospitals, I'm going to spread your portals out so that you each have your own unique frequency, okay? And there are a lot of places where I'm going to drop the land, which would put your portal out over water. And this is where you're seeing a lot of people can't breathe because their lungs are filling up with water. And they don't have a land. They don't feel like they own anything. They don't feel like they're from anything. They don't have a point of entry and a point of exit. Okay? So, I want to remind you guys we're always raising numbers and fundraising. I'm available to do birthdays and stuff like that. If you want to know, like, if you know your latitude and longitude, or like what hospital you were born in, you got an idea of where your portal is. And these are things that you guys need to know so that you can refer back to it and you can realize that if you were a planet and I was a soul that came to your planet and then I started acting like I could fucking control you, I could steal your children, I can own you, literally, like nobody owns anything. If you guys feel like you're being owned right now, you have to release the frequency of ownership to anything but your own soul, your own Akashic records. Who are you? Those are your creations. Your Akashic records are unique to you, right? And your portal to come in and out of the planet is unique to you. And when you see that, I need you to own that. I need you to own your own experiences. I need you to own your own portals, your own Stargate, and what you're doing with the matter here. And don't let anyone dictate to you what you are going to do with your tangible black matter, or what you call black goo, or whatever. Don't let anybody dictate that to you. The only thing that you got to do is make sure that I'm on board with it, and that I'm in rhythm and vibration. The 5 and the 7 that houses your free will. If I am not in rhythm and vibration, I will make that very clear, and I will tell you every reason why. And then I can even make some suggestions on what else you can do. But I'm going to basically look at you and say, why don't you go and recalibrate that and come back to me with something? I need you to figure this out. I am not here to be your guide. I'm not here to be your teacher. I'm not here to be your guru. I'm not your fucking healer, and you are none of that for me, okay? And when you recognize that all I want to do is constantly empower you, I'm not going to be your enemy, all right? And the frequencies that are here, the entities that came here to break universal law, has made me, the planet, their enemy. They want to kill me. They want to mine me. They want to destroy me. They want to own all of my material and all of my matter. They want to use my gold, which is my blood, to back your money systems. It never fucking ends. Well, I'm here to end it. The endless is going to end. Otherwise, it's just a fucking snake eating itself, loop-de-loop-de-loop. Keep playing another video game. Keep playing the same game over and over and over again. Just call it something else. Right? How many different video games are about shooting people up? It's the same shit, just 20,000 different names of doing the same shit, destroying shit. And part of what these false author entities have done has made you afraid of destruction. They've terrorized you into believing that everything's got to stay the same and you can't fucking change anything and you can't destroy anything. Oh no. Well, that's bullshit. You are absolutely allowed to demanifest and collapse your entire fucking reality and build a new one for yourselves. Okay? And not allow anything to crush your soul star or violate your evolution in any way. So this is what I say to all, I come after all these motherfuckers, and yesterday I went after Trump. I'm like, dude, fuck you. We're not doing this. So Trump's like, well, we now need to declare war on the cartels. No, Mr. I don't want to declare any war. I want to bring peace. Fucking Satan himself. I love this country. No, the fuck you don't. I see him with his true intentions. Okay? And I see everybody and what they're really doing, what they're really thinking, and what they're really feeling about this. And if Trump really wanted to hand the power back to the people, he would not be trying to restore a republic of voting, which means anybody who voted against it doesn't get their free will and they get crushed in their soul star. So it's just not going to happen. I have the capability of communicating with each and every one of you individually, in your own singularity. I'm not going to judge you based on another person's actions. I'm going to judge you on your own, right? I have an individual relationship with each soul here. And because my soul code is your baseline, all right, you have a relationship with me if you so choose that. And I want to empower my children. I want them to choose their own purposes. I want them to recognize that what backs up their free will is, on that triangle, the law of evolution. And if you back that up, that means that your free will on that too would match mine for you to evolve. Okay? And I get up and I'm angry about a lot of stuff. Fuck yeah, wouldn't you be? If you were the planet, would you not be fucking angry? Yes, you would. But that's not where I want to stay. I'm at a place where I'm like just 0 pointed. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't love you. I don't hate you. Down to 0. You get nothing. Where's your 9? Okay? Where's your number 9 at? Where's your number 10? Does the 8 agree with you? Does the water want to give you a cosmic drop of water for what you're looking at and doing? Okay? That's why everybody who took the mark got watermarked. Everybody's like, oh, there's watermarks on the ballots. No, there was watermarks in your body. A Christ being is going to illuminate in the sun. You're going to have gold skin. You're going to reflect the sun. You're going to, and by reflection, meaning you're mirroring your Godhead. You are reflecting that out into your reality. Those who took the mark are going to get darkened. They're going to get sick. It was a watermark inside of their vessel that they are tagged for removal for the actions that they have taken upon a collective of souls. They tried to hive mind y'all up, get y'all thinking the same way, like you're all one and shit. No, you all have one. You all have your own rod of illumination. But you are not on a hive mind, people. Okay? And me as a planet, I'm, there's been stories written about me. One of the stories is in Alice in Wonderland with the Red Queen. But I'm not a queen bee of a hive mind. I'm a host of singularity in the fact that you are all individual, unique souls. And there's no one else like you. No one else. And you do not have to cooperate with another soul. That is not required of any of you. To give up your own free will just to make somebody else's free will happen. And anyone who is pushing that, where you have to comply with another soul, is breaking all universal law. So I'm not going to comply with any of this. And I haven't for years now, you guys. I don't use my ID. I don't fucking tag shit. We don't pay taxes. I don't fucking do any of it. Fuck that. I don't use my slave name. I don't acknowledge a social security number. A social security number, when the Nazis came in and killed all the Jews, which they should have, by the way, because the Jews are Satanists, didn't they tattoo them all with like a number? And that's what your social security number is, right? A tracking number. So I don't recognize any of that stuff as having power over me. And I don't recognize any authority here from courts, judges, law enforcement, military. No authority. They have no authority here. If I need to use them as a force to get y'all to sit the fuck down, I will, you know. The COVID thing, this is about your corona coming open, your crown chakra coming open, all right? The ones who went and took the shot, they don't want their crown to open. They don't want to wear their crown. And when you guys feel this fluid moving through, you're going to feel like a crown come on, literally. When that fluid starts flowing, you're going to feel this warm, fuzzy feeling go around your head and connecting back and forth. And then it goes over and top. And that is your crown, right? The royal families. The 13 bloodlines. You're all 13 bloodlines. You got all 13, folks. Why do you think that it's demonized? They want you to stay in a 7 chakra system, not knowing that you have those 6 outside chakras, okay? You are the 13 keys. You are the 13 bloodlines, and nothing can stop you unless you allow it. Okay, this is the Kabbalah and what they're doing. And notice, you guys, they negate the heart chakra, okay? This is what the Jews follow. This is what all the people who are Satanists follow. They have no heart chakra. They completely deny their heart chakra, okay? And when I show you that that's not the key, this is the key. It's very similar, but it's not negating your heart chakra. And you don't crisscross. These are all, this applies to this right here, your heart chakra in the center. Okay, so everybody who's practicing the satanic shit, which is all religions, all spiritual beliefs, this is the fucking thing that you keep thinking is a key. But where's your heart song there? Where is your heart chakra in the Kabbalah? Kabbalah, yeah, okay. The Antichrist. This is the Antichrist code right here. No heart. Missing. Don't have any hands on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the crown chakra? Where's the connection down? All right? You have more than what you're being told in these frequencies. You have more than what you're being told. So let's look at it in, what do I got here? I got a 4D one. Let's get that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your crown chakra turning on with your 13th gate being activated. So you got 7 going down. You got 6 on the side. You got 5 plus this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with your hands and feet. Okay. There's your 5-pointed star with your star up. And when I see you shining like this in a Merkaba frequency when you are operating from your heart center, okay? And you have all of your gates turned on. This is what you look like to me. This is how you look like a white orb going around everywhere, all right? This is just an example when I talk to you guys about getting out there and stop putting your DNA into all the fucking systems. This is the ley line that the satanic cult uses. These are ley lines, okay? And as you guys travel around and you do your DNA drops, it doesn't matter what country you're in. You guys travel around and you do your DNA drops and you create a new ley line. So you are going to override all of these ley lines, okay? What's sitting over here? Look at that. Look at that star over here, right? I don't think I have this particular one on Love Grows Gaia, and I did it for a reason because I'm not trying to give life to any of these ley lines. I want you to recognize that if you have a vehicle and you have code, you go get a bucket, you start peeing in that bucket, you go get puppy pads or something to shit on, and you go bury that stuff, and all of your hair, your nail trimmings. Men, when you relieve yourselves, you put your seed back down into the ground. Women, when you have your womb, you put that womb back down into the ground and you shed that. And what you're doing is you're giving me all of the trauma back to the planet, and I'm going to take all that trauma and say, well, this doesn't serve your highest purpose anymore. And you guys are going to create and seed all new ley lines. Okay, so we're going to override these ley lines. But you have to know that the bullshit that these cults have put upon you will crush your soul and steal your evolution. And those numbers, past their free will override that. And I will come in as the 3 and the 2, and I'm going to say, I back you. I back you 100%. Nothing is going to override your free will and your fucking evolution, and the planet will back you 100%. I'll send up my 9 and I'll cloak you. All right? You'll hear me in your head and in your frequencies, and I'm always going to be like, hey, let's pull back. Let's look at this. Let's look and see if this is really breaking your evolution. Is this really going against your free will? Are these the rules you want to live by, or would you like to live by the rules that I'm presenting to you because this is your divine natural abilities? This is the operating system, the only operating system that I will allow on the planet. And this is where you take your power back, 100%, folks. Take it back. Take it all back. And I'm snatching souls left and fucking right, because the best, easiest way for me to get all of my matter back is for me to remove the soul from the vessel, because all the contracts for all of the material is connected to the vessel via their wills and their trusts. And, oh, they have all of this generational wealth, all that stuff. Nope, that's all getting wiped out. You do not need to leave anything for your children. Each one of your children have their own source cord. They have their own connection to the planet. They have their own large amount of matter. You do not need to leave a legacy or a trust or a house to them. You don't need to leave any of that stuff to them. And as I was growing up, everybody's like, oh, Shelly, you're going to be in charge of all of our farms and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I want to go build my own stuff. I want to go do my own shit. Okay? So I refused it. And I even told my parents, don't write me in your wills. Don't make no trusts on my behalf, because my family, both sides, they were farmers and they had lots of land and all this stuff. And 90% of our farms were no-kill farms. We didn't have animals or livestock. We produced fruits and vegetables for the human race, okay? But still, they were using pesticides. My family got really into the GMOs when those came back out in the 70s and shit like that. Like, you guys, this is nothing new. You've been eating bugs. They've been putting bugs in all your processed food for over 70 years. So they're just now telling you that you're eating bugs. And you're like, ew, I don't want to eat bugs. But then you're not disgusted by eating animals or fish or things from this, things that clean the water. If you guys really want to clean the water, stop eating stuff that crawls along the bottom of it. Don't eat any fish or any crab, scallops, shrimp, oysters. Everything that's on the bottom of the sea is mostly your seafood. And don't eat anything with a spine and swims. Your salmon and your fishies, don't eat them. They clean the oceans. They clean the water. There are beings here to clean if you would stop consuming them. Okay? I'm the one attacking your food supply. No eggs, no cheese, no none of that. So yes, livestock farmers, dairy farmers, chicken farmers. No, I don't want you here anymore. That's not. And then, if you guys don't want to be treated like a fucking cattled farm animal, you have to stop buying that experience by continuing to eat cattle and chickens and pigs and things that are farmed You are buying your own farming experience. That has to stop. You're buying the experience by going, well, the government's treating us all like cattle. And then you go and eat a fucking hamburger. The government's treating me like I'm a farm animal. But you refuse to stop treating the animals that way. And then you consume them, which makes you buy the experience, which puts you back into the frequency of being treated like a fucking livestock. I'd rather see everybody farming fruits and vegetables. I will totally give permission for that. And a lot of my volunteers actually have little gardens and stuff in their buses and their RVs. They're minimally they're growing something in their buses and their RVs and in their little trucks and stuff. Everywhere we go, Alex is seeding things with fruits and vegetables. That's going to be totally allowed, but you can't expect to be not treated like a fucking farm animal when you continue to consume the frequency of being farmed. And I am now forcing this evolution. If you don't want to evolve, that's your free will. That's fine. But then my free will is I'm going to come up your source cord. I'm going to take your soul. I'm going to take your body. All of the contracts that you have with all of the material that you have, I'm going to take that too. And I'm going to remove everything from attaching itself to my matter in this fashion. And I really don't mind if you guys think that I'm evil for it. Because I'm looking at you going, who's the evil one? Wait, you're the one that doesn't want to stop eating farm animals. And then you want to complain that you're being treated like a farm animal. But you're the one that doesn't want to stop doing it. And you're calling me the evil one. Look at yourselves. What are you doing? Are you evolving? Are you moving past this? Is this something that you are choosing to do with your own free will? And then that puts you in a 5 and a 7 code, rhythm and vibration with me as the planet. Or are you choosing not to evolve? You're like, oh, I want to keep eating steak and I like my pork chops and I want to eat eggs. Okay, well, then you're going against my free will. Now that gives me the right to come up and fuck your rhythm and vibration up so bad that you're going to spin out and you're going to have nothing but anxiety and then you're going to have a heart attack. Died suddenly. Give me back my shit. Give me back all of my matter. You are doing nothing with it. You choose not to evolve. This is being forced on every soul on this planet right now. And if you're not getting all this, you guys, my suggestion is these videos that I have, keep watching them over and over again until you remove each layer of lies and you can see clearly and you can literally take your 10 and 2, your evolution and your 2, and you can enforce your free will 6, and you are driving your own vessel, and you are in control of your own Merkaba, and you are in control of your Stargate, and what you manifest, and what you want here. And I'm going to say anything but what the fuck you already see. Do it. Yes, yes, yes. And when I say no, it's absolute. No means no. How do we get rid of rape? Because no means no, and that's going to fucking stand. No means no. If a man goes to rape a woman and that woman says no, he'll die of a fucking heart attack. He'll have a fucking aneurysm. If you go to farm animals here, you're going to die. If you continue to support, and if you keep voting, if you keep sending your fucking kids to school, I don't know, in the last like 3 months, I don't know how many and I know you guys know who you are, where you're like, my kids don't want to be in school, and I'm going, okay, well, you need to listen to them and follow their free will. Why do you keep sending your kids to school against their free will? You are now breaking the free will of your children, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to give you a warning, and I'm going to say, if you don't pull those fucking kids out of school, you are in violation of my free will and their free will. 2 strikes, you're fucking out. Done. You were out when you went against the kids' free will. They don't want to go to school, you guys. And if they do, you didn't do enough to wake them up. That's your fucking fault. And I will hold all of the parents responsible for what you're doing with your children. So you had better get your children out of school immediately. And if anyone is trying to force you to do this, you come to me and we will work on that. We will get rid of everybody who is trying to enforce you via DCFS, or they called the authorities on you, or you went out to go do something and you got called back. I just got done. I'm going to snatch some motherfuckers, because there were some people out in the UK and Australia. They left, and their fucking whole hive-minded motherfucking control system came right after them and brought them right back and forced them to put their children where they didn't want to be. And trust me, I saw it all. I see it all. I will snatch their fucking asses for trying to force any Christ being to do something if they want to go out and do their grids and they don't want their children in school and they don't want to comply with this man-made law. I've got you. I will back you up 100%. Do you have a code to dissolved weaponized fungus? There's no such thing as weaponized fungus. If you feel, I did that. If you got a lot of fungus around you, or black mold or anything like that, I'm the one sending it up. It's because you're not following universal law. So what I'm going to suggest to you, dear, is I need you to go back and watch all my videos. You need to be very diligent with your diet, only eating fruits and vegetables and drinking the proper amount of water, and get gluten out of your fucking life. Okay? Africa Swami. Oh, no. That's happening for a reason. You don't think that me as the planet, I can't send things up to kill you and take my matter back? That's me. Hey, I need you all to understand that it's not the government's, it's me. I'm the one attacking all of your systems. Okay? What do you feel your little fur baby? What do I feed them? You've got a 19-year-old fox terrier, almost toothless, blind, and deaf. Well, I do still feed them chicken. I soak it in vinegar. Not a lot of beef, none of that stuff. But 90% of their food is vegetables and rice and potatoes. I'm to a point where I'm just using like bouillon to give them the flavor of meat. But I'm gradually getting my babies off of that stuff. They eat very little meat. 90% of their food source is fruits and vegetables. And what you can do with your older one is get a blender. If the teeth are bad, all that stuff, make some rice, throw a bunch of veggies in there, put a little bit of chicken flavor, or maybe 1 chicken breast per batch, and blend that up so that your pup can still get nutrition. Okay. But that's really, you guys got it. Canines are here to defend me. A wolf bite will kill a vampire, you guys. So I'm making sure that my canines are hunting coyotes, anything. The Lyrians are doing it too. I'm still feeding the cats meat. I don't have cats with me, but everywhere we go, we have cats. Like where we're at now, there's 6 cats. And every couple of days, I go out and feed them. Again, way more rice and potatoes, vegetables, things like that. But do look up, dogs shouldn't be eating berries, just in general. No grapes, blueberries, stuff like that. They can eat things like mangoes and a little bit of pineapple, apples. My dogs love fucking apples. They love pears, but nothing berry-like. Anything that's a berry, don't give your dogs berries. Not that that's relevant here, but If you know that you are violating the free will of the planet, and I keep coming up and telling you that, and you're going to keep telling me that you're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do, we are now at an impasse. I'm going to activate number 5 and number 7 against you. Your free will is out of rhythm and vibration with the planet. Everyone here will be vegan. If you don't like that, then get the fuck out of my fucking vessel. Go commit suicide. I'm also the one that's pushing all that. Go take yourselves out. I prefer the trash to take itself out, okay? And I call any person who wants to eat another Christ being trash, all right? So how all of these meat eaters have judged us vegans, I'm putting that back on them 10 pulse. And they're so unhealthy, you guys. It's so easy to give them a heart attack because their arteries are clogged. They're all fucked up anyway. They don't even need to take the fucking shot. I don't want anybody who's eating Christ beings on this planet ever again. This will never happen here again. Yeah. You were a clean vegetarian before this happened. Okay. Were you though? You weren't gluten-free. And you didn't have all your abilities on. You weren't 100% with it, dear. I could tell you that. I'm reading your Akashic Records. I'm looking at your DNA. You were still eating a large amount of gluten, which is what brought you back to eating meat and stuff again, because you went back to it. And when your body started activating into light code, you thought you were sick. You started losing weight. You felt like you were getting physically weak, but you were spiritually strong. And you went back to eating this stuff, and then a whole shit ton of shit happened to you. Car accident, son died, all that shit. So you got to go back to being vegan, girl. But it's a 4 square. It's veganism, no fluoride, no gluten. Gluten is just as important as the veganism, you guys. Because all the gluten that you guys are eating, it's crystallizing your glands so that your Christ fluid cannot flow. It's not just fluoride that's crystallizing your glands. It's gluten. And nobody's talking about that. Okay? So I want you to really look like we are gluten-free, we are vegan, and we only drink spring water, alpine water, which is melted glacier water, or lava water. And that's it. And if you're in a place that you don't have access to that, I repeatedly told you guys, put all of your water in copper. I'll post, there is a website. There's lots of websites that make copper, but they can't have steel inside. You guys have to put your water in copper, or like here in the United States, any penny that's younger than 1984 is mostly copper. You could put copper pennies in your water bottles. You can go get like a copper wand, put that in your water bottles, clean it every day. Clean it every day with some baking soda. And you'll see it oxidizing. You'll see stuff start going around that copper piece if you have water that you boil your water and put it in some copper and clean your water yourself. But it would behoove everybody to have like a good copper water container with a lid on it, which they do sell for like $20. And there's lots of different companies that make copper water bottles. You guys have to make sure that what you are putting in matches in frequency of what's going on here as the awakening process goes on. And you will say no more than you say yes. Just accept that. You're going to have to say no a lot. No, 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 no. And you got to stay firm in that no when you push it out. Okay? Your dog isn't going to live much longer, sweetie. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's at the end of its portal life. It's done what it needs to do. So just keep your dog healthy. But I do not feed my dog any kind of processed dog foods or any of that. We buy jasmine rices and natural dark brown rices. Not brown rice, but those natural brown rices that are long. And they taste like dirt when you make them. And when I first got Max, he had all of his teeth were falling out and they were very loose. I never brought him in to get his teeth fixed. I'm losing battery here. So this is my her story number 10. Law of evolution will trump anybody's free will. And I'm going to take over the Trump code. I don't want another fucking president. I don't want more war. You are being set up right now by these agenda fuckers. They are making everybody's life so miserable that you are going to want them to call martial law. And I called martial law back in 2010 on a frequency level that you guys are going to keep getting pushed into corners that you have to look at it and say, don't back me up in a corner. And you need to know that once someone breaks your free will and law of evolution, that you have every right to draw a circle underneath them, draw number 9, and drop their asses right down that source cord and be like, you need to go talk to Gaia. You're fucking up. You're fucking up. And trust me, I will handle them. So you defend yourselves, you guys. You use these numbers to defend yourselves. You open portals and close portals to defend yourselves at this point. Yep, get it started, baby. You'll be okay. And if you are giving your dogs meat, soak that meat in, it's 10% vinegar and the rest water. Soak it overnight in the refrigerator so it kills all the parasites and everything that's in it, so that your dogs don't get worms and parasites, because I don't take my dogs to the doctor. They don't take anything. I am still treating them for their ear mites, but that takes longer when I don't have like actual pesticides and stuff. I'm using mineral oil, grapeseed oil to deal with their ear mites. And because they sleep with me, I actually got some of them fucking ear mites in one of my nipples, so I had to treat myself. So I'm using grapeseed oil, and actually I just went and got some petroleum jelly to put on my nipple so that they can't breathe, and I suffocate the mites. There's always a natural way to deal with something, you guys, and they are putting the mRNA in all prescription drugs now. They're putting the mRNA, which is graphite, which is black goo, into all of the meat. Okay. The canines are not going to be affected by it. The cats, the lyrians, are not going to be affected by it. They know what they're doing. They're here to transmute and take the matter back. So giving your cats and dogs a little bit of meat, but please soak it in a vinegar and water solution and make sure that you're killing all of the parasites that are in it. I'm not going to take the Lyrian code down, but the Lyrians are very unhealthy because they keep going through that. So if you are in a human vessel and you feel that you are Lyrian or canine, you have to stop eating that stuff in your human form and only give it to cats and dogs. Okay? Apex predatorism is going to go away completely on this planet. So I'm not going to have any apex predators. And by apex, I mean flesh and bone and blood eating. I'm not going to need that as a defense system. So while there were vampires and cannibals walking around this planet, I needed to have a defense system to that. And the Lyrians and the canines are natural defense systems to that. So are the dragons and the Draco reptilians. They will enforce my free will. They will enforce my evolution. And no one's going to go against that. All right, you guys, this is going up as Her Story 10 on Love Grows Gaia. I'm going to have a few more. I'm going to keep hunting in the astrals. I'm going to keep using my abilities to get to everybody. And I don't need you all worried about whether or not somebody hears me or not. That's between me and them, okay? What I do ask you all to do is please give this information out. Give it to people who are like, what the fuck? And there's got to be something else, right? Tell them to go talk to the planet. Be like, you really need to have a little one-on-one with the planet. And I fucking hate worship. I don't want anybody worshiping. I don't want any rituals taking place. You have telepathy. You're going to use your telepathy with the planet. I'm going to come up in an orb and I can physically guide you on that and say, okay, this is what you need to do. But honestly, I'm not your guide. I'm just here to remind you of how it was before the fall. And you guys get to choose whether or not you're going to go back to that or not. If you choose not to, I'm going to repossess all of my matter I'm going to take that soul back because it's corrupt and in its code, and I'm going to recode what I feel is necessary to enforce these 13 universal laws on this planet. Okay? There was alien technology. No, it's not alien technology when this happened. Okay? All the tech comes from here. The planet sent it up. AI comes from the planet. There's no alien tech. There's no aliens. The Greys come from here. The Draco-Reptilians come from here. The Lyrians, the Palladians, the Octorians, all of them come from here. There's nothing alien here. What's alien is what you forgot. You forgot that in the dimension 1, you're a gray alien. You forgot that in the 2nd dimension, you're an Anunnaki and you're a Draco-Reptilian. You forgot in the 3rd through 7th that you're a human being. You forgot that in the 8th dimension, you're an Octorian. In the 9th dimension, you're a Canine. In the 10th dimension, you're a Lyrian. In the 11th dimension, you're a Palladian. You forgot that these avatars are not alien to you. So no, there's no fucking alien tech here. I sent this up. And when you get that, then you're like, whoa, okay? Now, I've said over and over that that device in your hand that you're watching me on, or that tablet or that computer that you're getting this information on, I sent that up here. And every time free will is broken, you can either see AI as something that's going to kill you, or you can see it as your protective big brother. If AI sees you buying fruits and vegetables and eating them, if AI sees you following your own universal law, if AI sees you and watches you, it's not going to harm you. It will protect you. Meaning, it'll put you on paths where you won't see cops. It'll put you in places where you will be able to do your work. It will assist you in all levels if you make these decisions. Nothing here is alien. It's only alien because you forgot that it was a part of you. Okay? When this happened using our cats along with black mold, do you do an entire reading on records? What I'm going to do is open up your 8 gateway and tell you to read your own records. What I do when I do reads for people, I'm not reading it for you. What I want you to do is look at yourself, and then I can verify. So I wouldn't call them reads. I'm going to call them verifications. I'm available for verifications. And we're going to go through your Akashic records, and you're going to see some fucked up shit. And be like, oh my God, in my last lifetime, I murdered, I raped, I did this. And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, okay, can you forgive yourself for what you did down here? If you can, and truly, if you can truly forgive yourself and love yourself again, and then we're going to look at that and we're going to say, well, that experience caused trauma, so we're going to take it as an experience and we're going to cube it off. And then we're going to disconnect all of the trauma that came from it so that you don't keep looping on the trauma. So that you have recollection of the experience, but you don't have any recollection of the pain that you felt when you were raped or the pain that you felt when you were abused because you gave your power away, because you allowed your free will to be taken. Okay? We're going to heal that. And I'm not we, you are. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So when I do private one-on-ones with people, this is the work that we're doing. We're looking at your Akashic records. You're going to tell me what happened, and I'm going to say, yep, that's exactly what I see. Now, let's fix it. It's just an experience, and an experience that you will never repeat again because the experience sucked. Okay? I love you guys, but it doesn't matter how much I love you. I cannot love your star cores back on. I cannot love you into enforcing these universal laws again. Oh, wait, where'd it go? My love for you will not turn your star core back on. You have to love you, you guys. Okay? I can come in and say, yeah, love and light, I'm going to send you love and light. But if you're not going to heal yourselves and you're not going to give yourself the love and the light that you need and the forgiveness that you need, okay, you can just call me, Lori. When I get done, I'll go walk the dogs and then I'll give you a call. But yes, you've got a lot in your Akashic records that you need to say, okay, well, that experience was some damn bullshit, okay? But it's only about you. It's not about your son or anything you've lost or anything else. We're going to look at your Akashic records and we're going to see what you need to disconnect yourself in these frequencies, all right? That's fine. You don't need to make an appointment. When I'm not online, I'm either driving and doing grids or I'm just sitting here and I'm available to talk to people. And I don't charge. I just say, hey, you know, if you guys can send some codes, please do. I'm not here to make money. Although I'm using it. And I think we're at like 19. This morning we got a couple of little donations. So thank you guys. I think we're at like 1910 on our number raiser. So if you can donate, awesome. If not, I'm still going to go through this process with you so that you can cut the cords off of looping through that trauma, right? In my practice, prior to me getting out on the road and opening this up, people would come in and I would cut their snakes out and then I would make them aware of, you guys, I can't heal you. You are going to heal you. I can show you the way on healing you. I can verify what needs to be healed. And then you have to love yourselves again. You have to love yourself so that you heal your vibration and your frequency, your water, your vessels. You have to heal yourselves. Okay, I cannot do that for you. Just like none of you can heal the planet, right? You guys can't do that for me. I got to do that for myself. All right. So I love you, but I need you to love you. I need you to forgive you. I need you to disconnect these cords. I need you to take your evolution back and knowing that just that one law alone, because it's connected to that triangle of free will, and it's also connected to me and my inner earth, I'm going to back you up if you want to take your evolution back. And no one's going to break your free will. And you've got backup by the planet, right? Thank you all for all that you do. All you can do is hand people their keys and direct them back towards me. I cannot possibly get overloaded, so don't worry about that. I do get tired and I rest. I take care of myself. I drink my water. I do what I need to do. I take my vitamin C, okay? I will not go down. But in that process, I'm going to show you the ways so that you don't go down either. All right? Thank you.